conditioning. Why? Why are you in this?
Well,
Tell me your backstory. How did you get into this?
Well, when I grew up, I was a paramedic for about 7 years. I met Jesse. I helped him over at his family's. Like he had a big party, and we kind of over there. So we were helping him out. You know, make sure everyone gets IVs, all that good stuff. Because it was outside during this big event they had. I met him there, and we kind of got talking about HVAC, and I really enjoyed just the story of him building this company up. It was about 6 years in, and they've already became the number 2 HVAC company in Arizona, and I just really liked the way he just presented himself and the company, and I decided when I retired my paramedic side, I want to join in and be in here. And it's one of the best experience, especially in Arizona. You need the cooling system, but people don't understand when it gets really, really cold here. It may not be cold to you personally, but your system will freak out. Because that's why we say you have to get it checked twice annually, because it will make sure it keeps your system in a very good long state, and so you don't have to do premature changes over time.
So one thing we were talking about earlier is that sometimes people don't consider the condensation factor, which can cause mold in the system, which then leads to respiratory issues. How do you address that?
Yeah, so what happens is when it does get really extremely cold after the hot season, a lot of people think, oh great, I'm going to turn on my heat system, and all that bacteria you didn't change, and you didn't look through that second period. We always say to do a one time before the winter and one time before the summer, so that we can check and make sure it's okay. So what we do is we come in, we do a chemical wash, and we'll make sure the entire system is cleaned by basically an easy and simple maintenance check. And so basically what we do is we make sure that it can last as long as possible and make sure that the air quality for you is perfect.
And when we look at the health of the system as far as from an operational standpoint, where does energy efficiency come in?
Well, it actually can stop you from paying extremely high bills. You will see that if you have a system that's been around for 15 years, that's okay. We've seen people that have 15, 20 years and they still work. But a lot of people don't know that it does cost a lot more. And when we come in, we just clean the system out for you. You'll see that that money drop instantly. And basically your efficiency will go through the roof, and everything will just be better.
What do people not get, misunderstand? What are some myths that we can bust about the HVAC, especially new people getting a home? It doesn't need to be a new home, but they're homeowners for the first time.
Yeah.
They've never gone through this process of having a checklist of what they need to maintain and fix and repair. What do you say to them?
Well, I always say, do you just let your car do whatever it wants all the time, never check on it? No, you want to make sure your car has the oil it needs. You want to do the maintenance checkups. You want to do everything you can to make sure that car is going to run and have that longevity that you want. You want to keep a car maybe 5-10 years, but you won't be able to do that if you just allow it to just fall off the grid and
right.
Not work. So what we do is we just make sure it's going to stay as long as possible, not longer.
And as far as the promotion goes with your company, what do you guys have going on right now?
Yeah, so what we're doing right now is we're actually doing a 1775 tune-up, but it is completely free when you see me, or if you actually scan this QR code right here.
Okay.
You can do that.
Here, let me say that.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
All right, so here we go. We've got this promotion going on right here, so we want to support this. Absolutely.
And what we do for all veterans, first responders and their families, nurses, teachers, we'll give them 20% off. Regardless if we're here with you still or not, we will still support that family. And yeah.
That's very cool. Appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate it.